The symbolism of the lion. The lion traditionally symbolizes royalty and rulers. Greek leon was sometimes translated as king, rex, from Greek into Latin, because the lion is the king of all the beasts. It is also associated with the sun, and thus the colour yellow or gold. The positive symbolism of lions is well known. A masculine symbol, it represents leadership, drive or will, intellect and creativity, courage and charisma. But other subtle aspects are added when we look at this symbolism from the mystic's point of view. The negative side. Not a lot is said about the negative symbolism of the lion, but it should be. On the negative side, it can represent aggression and dominance, inflated ego rather than charisma, and misuse of strength. And again, on the negative side, it can be associated with stubborn resistance to change and an inability to see it was wrong, or even admit it was wrong. Manilius, Astronomica, 1st century AD, page 237. Who can doubt the nature of the monstrous lion? The lion ever devises fresh fights and fresh warfare on animals, and lives on spoil and pillaging of flocks. The sons of the lion are filled with the urge to decorate their proud portals with pelts, and to hang up on their walls the captured prey, to bring the peace of terror to the woods, and to live upon plunder. They display mangled limbs at the shop front, slaughter to meet the demands of luxury, and count it gain to kill. Their temper is equally prone to fitful wrath and ready withdrawal. But Manilius does have at least a few good words to say. Guileless are the sentiments of their honest hearts, so they are at least not cunning like the fox. And lions are symbolically big-hearted and generous, especially in sharing the spoils, amongst their own kind, of course. The laziness of the lion. There is one supposedly negative attribute of lions, however, which is incorrect. Lions are supposed to be lazy, but this is not true. Lions are very active at night when it is cool, but eat their prey during the day when it is hot. Both male and female eat huge quantities of meat at one sitting. Simply because if they leave it, the hyenas or vultures will get it. They then sleep. so they presumably feel much the same as we do when we've eaten a huge meal. The lion, the circus, and the tarot. In practically every tarot card, we see a woman standing over a male lion. In some cases, the card is called Strength, occasionally La Force. But in each case, the feminine appears to have conquered the brutish, dominant, aggressive male lion and tamed or pacified the creature. If we now turn to the circus, we see a similar scene being acted out. A woman tames a lion. In some cases, a man dressed as a woman does the same thing. But the impression is given each time of a feminine figure overcoming masculine aggression until it becomes submissive and obedient. Thus the tarot card and the circus act both preserve a key symbolic act if one was on the spiritual path, the necessity to tame and control the negative lion in one's character. In other words, squash the big I am, the sense of rightness, and tame the aggression, the misuse of strength, the arrogance, and the dominant behaviour. The Leo constellation. The sky was used before people could read or write as a blackboard to teach symbols and myths. And the lion can be found in 3 places in the night sky: Orion, Leo Major, and Leo Minor. The Orion constellation contains the Greek and Roman Nemean lions slain by Hercules. The first of Hercules' 12 labours was to slay the Nemean lion and bring back its skin. This constellation thus represents a myth. The lion's skin is impervious to attack and thus shields Hercules when he attempts to capture Cerberus, adding another dimension to lion symbolism. They are thick-skinned and impervious to attack. Leo Minor. Leo Minor is a rather contrived collection of stars that were once known as the leaps of the gazelle in ancient Arabia, before the Arabs adopted the Greek figures for the constellations. Leo Minor, so more correctly known as the gazelle, is found under the hind paws of Ursa Major. Leo Major. The Leo Major constellation lies in the northern sky and is one of the largest constellations. It is also the 3rd largest zodiac constellation and one of the oldest constellations in the sky. Mesopotamians had a constellation similar to Leo as early as 4000 BC. The constellation was first catalogued by the Greek astronomer Ptolemy in the 2nd century. Under the tropical zodiac, the Sun transits this area on average between July the 23rd and August the 22nd each year. And under the sidereal zodiac, the Sun currently transits this area from approximately August the 16th to September the 15th. Clearly these are the hottest times of the year, reinforcing the sun symbolism. The Leo constellation is home to the bright stars Regulus and Denebola, the nearby star Wolf 359, which is a red dwarf, and to a number of galaxies. It has 11 stars with known planets and contains 13 named stars. Regulus, the alpha star of Leo, was referred to in Greek as Basiliskos by Ptolemy, Greek Basiliskos is translated to little king. In Latin it is Regulus, a diminutive of Latin rex, king. The term aryan is connected with this sign as well. The Syrians called Leo Ario, and the Jews Aryeh, meaning a lion. Ari or Aryeh is the Hebrew for a lion. Manilius also said that the god Jupiter, the Roman name, or Zeus, the Greek name, was its guardian.